Okay, and this is, as I said, People of the State of Michigan versus Janman Price, docket number 20-852FH. And Mr. Price, would you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Price, you can put your hand down. Thank you. You have the right to an attorney, and you are represented by Mr. Cornish. And Mr. Cornish, is this a plea to the charge?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, and Ms. Eisenhut, would you read the charge, please?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. This is case number 20-0852FH, People of the State of Michigan versus Janovan Darpre Price, State of Michigan, County of Ingham. In the name of the people of the State of Michigan, the prosecuting attorney for this county appears before the court and informs the court that on or about April 7th, 2020 to May 7th, 2020 at 1946 Hoyt Avenue, City of Lansing, Ingham County, the defendant did, in count one, knowingly or intentionally cause physical harm to a child contrary to Michigan law. This is a felony punishable by up to 2 years or probation for up to 5 years. The court shall order law enforcement to collect a DNA identification profiling sample before sentencing or disposition if not taken at arrest. This done against the peace and dignity of the state of Michigan.
Mr. Price, you're being charged here with what's known as third-degree child abuse. That is a felony punishable by up to 2 years in prison. Have you had enough time to talk about this charge with your attorney?
Yes.
And do you understand the charge against you?
Yes.
Do you have any questions about what we're doing?
No.
How do you want to plead? How do you want to plead? Guilty? If your plea of guilty is accepted by this court, it means you won't have a trial of any kind, and you'll be giving up the rights that go along with a trial. That means you'll be giving up the right to a trial by jury, or if you didn't want trial by jury, trial by judge. You'll be giving up the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty, and to require the prosecutor to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You'll give up the right to have the witnesses against you appear at the trial and to be able to cross-examine them, as well as the right to have this court order any witnesses that you might have to appear at the trial. You'll give up your right to remain silent at trial and not to have your silence used against you, or in the alternative to testify at the trial if you wanted to. Also, a couple things are different when you plead guilty regarding appeals. The first is that you don't get an automatic right to appeal your case to the higher court. Instead, you'd have to ask them to hear your case, and they would have to agree. And the second thing that's different is that if you go to trial and you get convicted, you can appeal pretty much everything. If you plead guilty, there are many things that you cannot even appeal. So understanding those, do you understand those rights?
Yes.
And
yes.
You wish to give up those rights and plead guilty?
Yes.
Also, Mr. Price, if I accept your plea, it means you can't come back later on and try to say that the plea was the result of some promise or threat that nobody told me about today. Do you understand that?
Yes.
It also means you cannot come back later on and try to say that it really wasn't your own choice to plead guilty today. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Is there a plea agreement, Ms. Eisenhut?
Yes, Your Honor. Defendant shall plead guilty to count one, pursuant to People versus Killebrew. The parties agree that the defendant shall serve no further upfront jail at the time of sentencing.
Is that a full and complete statement, Mr. Cornish?
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
And Mr. Price, is that your understanding of the agreement?
Yes. Yes.
Do you agree with it?
Yes.
There's this part here about your sentence where the prosecutor said they have agreed that you would have no further upfront jail. If for some reason I decided not to go along with that, I would tell you before I sentenced you, and I'd give you the chance, if you wanted to take back your plea and start all over. You got all that?
Yes.
Has anyone promised you anything else that has not been said here right now in order to get you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
Has anyone used any threats?
No, Your Honor.
Is it your own choice to plead guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you doing it because you believe you are in fact guilty of this offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, then tell me what you did between the dates of April 7 and May 7 of this year. And this is, I think, regarding maybe your son, Janovan Jr.
It only happened one time. I struck my son and accidentally knocked his tooth out.
Okay, you struck him. Did you do it on purpose?
No, I didn't hit him in the mouth on purpose.
You,
I hit him, but I didn't hit him like trying to knock his tooth out.
well, no, I'm not saying you did, but did you intentionally hit him?
Yeah, just one. I wasn't trying to like beat him up or anything. Just trying to like like a father and son thing. I wasn't trying to be like a bully or anything, nothing like that.
Okay, I'm not saying that you were a bully. I just want to make sure that you didn't accidentally hit him or that you hit him on purpose.
Or I accidentally hit him in the mouth. Yeah.
If I could assist, Your Honor.
Sure.
Mr. Price, just to clarify, you didn't intend to strike him in the mouth, but you intended to smack him. Is that correct?
Yes.
You were trying to, you guys were arguing and you swatted at him to hit him and didn't mean to knock out his tooth, but you definitely meant to smack him for, I guess, back talking, or you call it being lippy or whatever it was. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, and then apparently you did in fact knock out his tooth. Is that what happened?
Yes.
So he was injured.
Yes.
And how old is your son, sir?
9 years old.
5?
9.
9, okay. And this happened on Hoyt Avenue in Lansing, Ingham County, is that correct?
Yes.
Has the court complied with MCR 6.302, Ms. Eisenhut?
You have, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Cornish?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Are you aware of any promises, threats, or inducements other than those already placed on the record, Ms. Eisenhut?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Cornish?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
The court finds the plea is understandingly and voluntarily made without undue influence, threats, or promises of leniency. It is an accurate plea. It's supported by the testimony. The plea is accepted. I'm going to get a sentencing date. That's okay. I threw out that little sticky, I think. 3:30. Okay, thank you. Mr. Cornish, does Monday, February 1st at 3:30 work for you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, then Mr. Price, and
Yes.
let me ask you, Mr. Price, is it okay with you if we do the sentencing the same way we did this plea with using Zoom?
Yes.
Okay, I need your consent to do that, which is why I ask. So that'll be on Monday, February 1st at 3:30. Very important that we have to have a report prepared by the probation department. Takes them a while to prepare the report, so you need to contact them within 24 hours to set up an interview with them. If you don't know their contact numbers, Mr. Cornish can help you, but you'll need to contact them and tell them that you need to set up an interview. And then they do their interviews remotely too, so they'll set something up similar to this. Okay, do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, then we're all set. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's the number I already sent you this